What episode is it?
40.
Nigga, huh?
40.
It don't
Or
matter,
maybe it's
dog.
39. It's 39.
Oh, see, that's what that makes that sound better, bro. Episode 39 or 40. Don't know. Don't care. We back another goddamn week. U-Beezy the greasy. Diesels with the bills. Look like your shit fucking up again, but we gonna let it slide. We gonna start off today about hater ass motherfuckers like you, dog. I got toasted in the chat at work today at around 3 o'clock, dog. Niggas talking about I can't rap.
Look, if somebody says
Nigga.
if somebody says they can rap, but they have never publicized it in any way, shape, or form, then that's false. Like, you can't rap. Like, you gotta prove
Who
it.
had the opportunity, nigga? You know what? It don't matter, cause I'm gonna get there. But I got toasty. We was in a Zoom meeting, right? They was going over some shit. I'm part of a project right now, and they trying to make us learn some new shit that we wasn't initially supposed to learn. Dude going over it, not really explaining it very well. So I put in a little chat, right? I'm like, hey, this is the type of shit that make me want to start my rap career. Soon as I said that, one of the bitches in the group chat talking about, oh, Ulysses seem like the type of rapper that'll sound like Jamie Kennedy out of Malibu's Most Wanted. I was like, hey, bro, that's disrespectful. Get off me. I got bars. This bitch replied back, yeah, chocolate bars. I was like, dog. I was like, bro, I'm really hurt right now. Niggas is being hella disrespectful. And I was like, hey, dog, when I drop a mixtape, I'm sending the link to y'all first. It's gonna be you and that bitch. Y'all getting the fucking link first.
Look, bro,
That shit crazy, dog.
I'm your number one fan and your number one hater / credit, dog. Like, I'm gonna support you, and I'm gonna tell you if it's ass. Like, it's just gonna be that. Like, for people in general, bro, like, you don't gaslight your friends, man. That's not what you do. We're not here for it.
Thanks.
My mama didn't sugarcoat nothing for me. I would say 95% of the time, if not all the way to the 100%, bro. Like, that's not what we do, bro. Don't do that to your friends, your peoples, whoever, bro. Even strangers. Why you gonna gaslight them, hype them up, and then they go out and humiliate themselves? Obviously, disappointment is necessary, but we're not going to just outright make people believe they the shit and then make fun of them afterwards, knowing they was asked in the first place. Just let them know in the first place, you butt. Yours is your own problem because you keep saying you could rap. I ain't heard bars, and I've been hearing this shit for like 5 years. 5 years later, I ain't heard no bars. So for now, Kiwi's a better rapper than you, dog.
Oh, cut that shit out, nigga.
You know,
he ain't got no bars, nigga. This nigga ain't never.
He did little raps in high school and
what
shit.
Have you heard from Kiwi, nigga?
I don't know. He ain't got his like own music, but he be throwing out some bars sometimes, just be saying random shit with the ad libs. But you know, at least he tried. You ain't had nothing. Like, you ain't said nothing, tried nothing, done nothing. So that's automatically above you. I mean, that's easy.
Nah, hell nah. Nigga, my boss can rap better than that, nigga. But straight up, I ain't had a chance to, nigga. I gotta get my life. I had to get my life in order. You feel me? I'm skating a little bit. I actually got time now, bro. So I'm gonna have to do something. You know what I'm saying? Shout out C Money, Get Money, Trevo, Nick. I'm gonna have to hop on the track with him. I fucks with C Money, Get Money. Stop playing. I'm gonna have to hop on the track with that nigga. You hard.
Look, the way you've been going about it seems like you just need to be a producer if you wanted to get into that shit, because now one bar has been said from you, so I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, man, we're gonna leave it at that. Mixtape coming, don't know when, but we're gonna leave it there.
Never.
All right, so I had some. We had a potluck thing yesterday, and they gave out little goodie bags, right? And the goodie bags had the chips in it. You feel me? So before I get into that, what's your favorite chips, dog? Like,
Favorite chips?
it ain't got to be like the best chips you ever had, dog.
No, my favorite chips. So I got two. It's those honey barbecue Frito twist. Them just fire. I'd hop on
Oh
those.
my granny!
Them shits is fire.
Oh my granny, nigga here.
Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta put three. Like literally, I will eat any of those three. Like I don't have a favorite. It's between those three. Cool Ranch Doritos, because those are the OGs for me. And then Cape Cod,
I'm about
uh,
you.
sweet and spicy chips. Cape Cod sweet and spicy. They like
I've never
kettle. They
had
like
them.
kettle cooked chips, and they're like they got a hard ass crunch, but then it's like a sweet and spicy. Fire. Get those with some little ranch dip or something. Fire.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna say. I ain't had them in a long ass time. Them honey barbecue Frito twist, nigga. What that was one of the chips in the bags, bruh. Them was already my number one, but I ain't had them in so long. I was like, bruh. I ate one of them hoes, and I was like, nigga, this shit is so hard. I don't even fuck with chips like that. But them Frito twists was fire. And my second, I'm only eating two chips to be honest. It's the motherfucking original baked Lays. Shits is fire.
Kept trying and trying and trying to bake Lay's, bro. It's just I don't really fuck with it. I really can't do it. It's like all right. And then everybody's like, "Oh, they're better for you, this and that." I was like, "Bro, they almost the same. They got a few less calories, like slightly less carbs and all that." I'm like, "Bro, let me just eat my chips that is super hot fire, and I'm gonna leave it be."
Yeah, bro. I don't really fuck with regular Lays. I think it's more the baked Lays is not as salty, bro. I
Yeah,
feel
they're
like the
not.
regular Lays is hella salty and they kind of greasy too.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
the baked Lays, bro, got the little crisp crunch. They not as salty, but you can still taste the salt on them bitches. Fire.
The reason I fuck with the keto, I like those Cape Cod chips is because Mick got me on the keto chips. She was like, she always ate those, the lightly salted ones. I was like, all right, let me try some other keto chips. Keto chips is
Uh-huh.
fire.
Them kettle chips be busting. Yeah, I fuck with the
Then I
kettle
get the
chips.
Cape Cod. It's like a different brand, but it's just quality. I fucks with those.
That shit. Since we talking about liking chips, I don't know what made me think about this shit, but so I know you like the Celtics, obviously. Do you have a favorite football team?
Um, I've never definitively like stuck with the team, but right now it's the Bengals because of Joe Burrow.
Okay, so that don't count. Don't matter.
Joe Burrow.
Don't matter. So I was just thinking, how, like, what's your origin story of liking the Celtics? Like, what made like, oh yeah, this is my fucking team.
So my grandfather. So 2008 is when I started watching basketball, and my grandpa is always been a sports dude. Now I don't rock with his Redskins. I don't rock with the Yankees, but watching basketball with him, the Celtics was his team, and it was 2008. And I rock with the OG, and we was watching the Celtics
Right
on their
on
way
time,
to the
baby.
title. We was watching them Celtics on the way to the title,
Right
and they
on time,
won.
baby.
And so I've been rocking with the Celtics ever since. So since I was like 10, been rolling with them.
I feel it. It just made me wonder because that's how I start fucking with the Thunder because Kevin Durant, dog. So my I went to my first. It was Kevin Durant only played 1 year in college at
Texas,
Texas.
yeah,
I want to say that was 08, wasn't it? 07,
seven,
08?
6, 7.
Yeah. I know it was 07 or 08, so 06, 07. But so I was like at my grandma's. There, my grandma for that little short time in Houston, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my cousins confiscated some tickets from somebody. And like they knew I was in the sports and shit. So they confiscated some tickets from somebody. We skated down to Austin. I'm not like, I ain't never watched hoops like that for real. Like before that time. I watched like the NBA and shit, of course, because of my grandpa. But like living with my mom, my grandma and shit, like they didn't really watch sports like that. So it wasn't like I was like always around it and I didn't watch it that many times. But we went there, we went to Austin and we went and watched that game. That nigga gave somebody straight buckets. I was like, hey, he was a little pipsqueak, you feel me? I was like, we relate, dog. He a little pipsqueak, you know what I'm saying? He about $160. I'm about, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little pipsqueak. I fucked with him and he get buckets. I've been following this man ever since. Supersonic drafted this young man.
He was cold as fucking college,
I
dog.
was like, oh, Supersonic drafted him. I was like, that's my squadron, bro. I'm never leaving. Then they went from the Sonics. It was Sonics, what, 2 years when he got there? And then they went to the Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
By the time they was the Thunder, this nigga was top 5 in the league. I was like, oh, yeah, stop playing. We here.
I think that's.
I know you see it in the background right there.
I can't see it
Shout
on my
out to
screen.
you. You got me at.
Oh, that little Thunder
Damn.
shit, that KD one.
Shout out to this nigga right here, man.
Shout out KD. KD, one of the. I would say KD is the best scorer, pure scorer to ever grace the game. I know he can't hear me, but I'm gonna let it be known. I was saying
He's
KD
the best pure
is
scorer in the game. I heard you, bro.
Okay, you heard me. Yeah, best pure scorer to ever grace the game. But I feel like a lot of generations now, the generation now, like nobody really has like a favorite team. They got players, and that's what they follow. They not like our age and older, like we like kind of got a specific team. Especially all the older motherfuckers, they just like stuck with their team. They gotta rock with them, like they just rooted into that shit. I don't do that. Baseball. I'm a Giants fan because growing up they was winning titles in baseball. Football, totally different. I've always followed players in football, so that's different. But we on basketball. I want to talk about. And you was talking about KD in college. I want to get your thoughts on one and done college hoopers. Hit the little freshman year and then they bounce and go to the draft. I want to get your thoughts, and I'm gonna need you to elaborate.
Straight ass water, nigga. I feel like unless like you come into your first year, a lot of motherfuckers. First of all, we know a lot of like the high grade hoopers don't go to college for education, so I'm not tripping on that aspect of it because they're not going there for that anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like if you go your first year, even if you play great, if you haven't if you can't just easily hit the court and give these niggas 25 plus or easily put up a double every night, then you don't need to go after your first year because you still have there's still some skills that you can hone between that time frame to do that. But like I want to give an example. A great example was Kyrie, bro. I think this nigga played like 10
11
games in college.
Yeah.
But you could clearly tell it didn't matter who was in front of him. This nigga just gonna do whatever the fuck he want on the court. Like it was very clear, like, okay, this nigga does not belong here. Another one is Zion. Zion came into college and was like, this nigga is way above all these niggas here, bro. Like he don't need to be here after 1 year.
Kevin, AD, yeah. So to give it like some structure to it, some like most people in college, you're not dropping 20 ball though, dude. Like the way the college hoop game is structured, most guys, like 99% of them aren't dropping 20 balls. It's gonna be spread out. You're not knocking shots down like that. We're gonna be averaging like a smooth 15, like 18, 19 for the highest scores. And then everything else is spread out. And like you said, you can clearly see when somebody doesn't belong. We gave examples. Development needs to be more of a key for these guys. Because like coming out into the draft, I'm sick of these guys like coming in. They was a top recruit. They go to Duke, they go to North Carolina, Kentucky, Kansas, all the top schools, the blue bloods and shit. Go hoop. They do a little something like, like a little something slight, like maybe like 10 and like 3, 10 and 5, and they think, all right, I'm going to the draft because I was rated high in high school.
Yeah.
And you're still underdeveloped.
Yeah.
You can't knock down shots consistently. Your defense isn't as great as it should be. Or, I mean, whatever else it is, dribbles, like in any aspect, like, and you go out and then you slide in the draft. One example I like to give is like Harry Giles. He played at Duke. I don't know if you remember him.
Yeah.
Played at Duke. He was the number 1 recruit out of everybody. and slid in the draft to, I think this. I want to say second round, but even if he didn't, like even if he was in the first round, he's out of the league, bro. Like he was a 6'10", like no stretch wing, maybe even a 4 at times. But like he never really got a chance because he wasn't developed. Another one I like, Cam Reddish, bro. Everybody would talk crazy about Cam Reddish, like, oh, he's nice, nice, nice. And I personally think he is. But he did a one and done year at Duke with Zion and fucking RJ Barrett. No development. None. We just went in there, hooped, took one season under Coach K, which is realistically probably training starts in like what, like August for them. They done by March, August, September. So like you get 7-8 months roughly. Are you really focusing on your craft at that point in your 1 year there? Nah, I think you just playing to play and then go to the draft, bro. Like all these
Yeah.
people, all these guys not developing, y'all ruining y'all's careers. Like a lot of them would probably, if you stay just 2 years, maybe 3, like you know how much better you can get and develop and then go to the next level and be at least a role player and stay in the league, bro. I mean, my example for like that shit is like Derek
I
White. Like, look at that right now. He's got his knee. He fits perfectly in that system. I know it's systematically too in certain teams, but like he did his 4 years. Spurs drafted him. This dude's fundamentally sound, bro. I mean, I think it needs to be
facts.
more of a priority for these guys that go to college hoops to develop, because you look at NFL, nobody gets to do a one and done. You gotta go. You gotta go to your junior season. So you play 3 years of college football. So by the time, if you do get that chance to get drafted, all these scouts can see, hey, you belong here, or at least you definitely like have put the work in. I can see you developing. It is, can you transition it? So I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's definitely time. I think college needs to college hoops needs to prioritize, getting that one and done shit out of here because it's clearly not working.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it'll save colleges a lot of money too if they do that, because now they made it to where you don't necessarily, the NBA made it to where you don't got to go to college to get drafted, bro. So like, if you know like you don't really want to go to college and you just want to go hoop and then just leave after 1 year, college gets rid of that. Hey, you got to play at least 2 years. They'll prevent a lot of people from even going to enroll and just going to play overseas or going to the G League or whatever the fuck it is, and it saves them money, it saves them time, and
Mm-hmm.
then it forces the kids that's graduating to make a decision like off rip, like, all right, well, either I'm gonna go overseas and where they're pretty much gonna force me to develop, or I'm gonna go to school, stay my 2 years, and do the same shit.
And develop,
So
yeah. And with the chance being going overseas, I mean, you're playing grown men who are also possibly trying to get in the NBA. You're likely to get your ass busted. I guess that puts some like a little, pep in your
exactly,
step trying to develop.
exactly, bro. I feel like it'll be a wake up call to a lot of motherfuckers. They go play overseas and be like, "Oh, this shit is not sweet, bro."
But I also don't like that, like the overseas players being drafted, like these young guys. Oh, they've been playing since they was 18. I'm like, bro. I mean, let's look at their numbers. Though the way European basketball is played is a lot different than the way the NBA is played. European is played more fundamental, but not a lot of them are uber athletic. So I don't like all these guys coming in and getting drafted like really high, like 1, 2s, and 3s. Besides Wimby, Wimby's like obviously an exception because he's a freak of nature, being like 7'4" and scoring all 3 levels. They need to watch out for that. But I'm definitely on the side of doing away with the one and done years of college hoops. Make it 2 years minimum. You need to play to your sophomore year. After that, you can come out into the draft and we'll see.
100p, baby.
I would get into the draft, but I don't know that if you know
I
all
ain't
the
even
players.
watch that shit.
Yeah,
I
I'm
ain't
saying
watch that shit. Fuck out of that.
Utah did well. I'll say that Utah did well. I thought Portland did well, but then they traded away a guy, and I was like, "Fuck, they fucked that up."
I usually don't pay attention to the NBA draft because I don't necessarily pay attention to college that much until like March Madness. So I don't
I
really
do.
know the players anyway,
Yeah,
so
because I
them
just like to
motherfuckers
do
will
the
get
scouting.
drafted, and I don't know who the fuck they are.
Yeah, I just like to do the scouting. So that's why I watch college hoops mainly. But I like watching it more than NBA right now because it's definitely more effort and not like fucking half-ass shit on the court half the time on the NBA. But Utah won the draft, and then another team that won it was Spurs and the Wolves. Dog, Spurs are actually winning in the free agency too right now. The way they play is structured up, but Spurs getting Stephon Castle, which is a nice pickup for like a 1/2 guard, like combo guard, playing both ends of the court, and then the Wolves, T Wolves with Rob Dillingham at the point, bro. Under the tutelage of Mike Conley at the vet point, dog. Oh, that hey, as long as Ant stays, that team gonna go crazy.
I forgot they traded to get Rob. That nigga a straight bucket, bro. Oh
They
my god.
matched up with
Um,
Anthony Edwards, bro. Like the duo. Like now it's not just like one pure scorer. We got two. Oh, it's gonna go crazy when he develops.
Factions. Um, only
Need to
thing
get
that
rid of
I would say
Rudy.
with Rob, he just need to. They just need to develop Rob defensively, dog. Because that motherfucker gonna be playing a lick of defense.
And it's perfect. We got the fucking. He was on the grit and grind Grizzlies, baby. Mike Conley. He knows how to get it done on both ends of the court. He gonna work well there. But away, we could get away from sports. I just want to ask that about the college shit, the hoops. Um, so I was watching. I be scrolling through social media and shit, and I want to know how you feel on spending money on a woman. So when you spend money on a woman, do you feel you're supposed to get something in return?
Because if I don't want to spend the money myself, I'm gonna just say no, bro. And that just goes with like anything I do though. Like I don't anything I do, I don't expect shit back from it. If I don't want to do it, or like I know I'm gonna do this shit, and like I'm gonna expect something back, or like if it's gonna be like, hey, bro, well if I do this, then you gotta do this. I'm just not gonna do it, bro. So
Okay.
to answer your question, no, I don't expect when I do shit for a woman, I don't expect nothing back.
I think people need to understand within reason because there's like a lot like, oh, no, this is way drastic. Like the conversation, I'm trying to like dumb it down a little bit, but their conversation was like, if I fly you out, like I expect, in return, right? That's totally different. What
Yeah,
I'm saying is like, that's that
I'm
kind of
better
relationship,
say.
whatever. That's that kind of relationship. I'm saying like in
Yeah,
general, like, you meeting a woman for the first time, not everybody wants to know like, oh, first date, let's get at it, in the bedroom. No, that's not how that works. I think for a lot of people it don't work that way. Maybe it is, I don't know. I ain't had to deal with it, but I think people need to stop expecting, you know, like give and take. Like, hey, let's just go out and see how this goes. Pay for dinner, do this, that. Maybe at least you're somewhere down, like 3, 4 days later. But I think in general, like you need to stop expecting shit in return.
I agree, bro. I like you said, it's very situational, but I agree. I feel like you shouldn't do something and just be like, oh, if I do this, then you got to do that. I don't necessarily think that that's a problem, but because I feel like in most of the shit in life, it's a give and take between two people anyway. So I don't think it's a problem to expect something. I just don't think you should just do shit
Should be
in the expectation that
aware
you're
of
gonna
your
get something
situation.
back.
Yeah, you should be aware of your situation of
Exactly.
what you're in. But yeah,
Yeah. And I feel like but I feel like that stems from not communicating in the beginning, bruh. Like if you know what type of situation you in, that should be communicated before shit starts even get to the point where shit starts being done. So like if I know I should know the type of person and situation that you are and that we're having. So I don't even have to that shouldn't even be a question or that shouldn't even be a thought. It's just like, okay, I know I'm getting this or this is what I can expect. I can expect something along these lines because that's the dynamic. That's what the dynamic is.
and I mean, obviously, like we said, people, it's situational. What you're in, it's not specified, but know your situation. Like you
Like
said,
in that
communicate.
situation, yeah. Like in that situation, if I'm flying a bitch out, it's like, hey, bro, you know what you coming here for, dog. Like, I'm not finna spend my money and you just be here. It's foolishness.
The lady said, like, yeah, you ain't leave your coochie at home. It came with you, so you might as well be giving it up. I was like, damn, she kind of wild for saying it that way. She kind of wild for
Yeah,
saying
that's
it that
extra,
way.
man. That's wild.
She said, you ain't leave that
But my
shit at
thing is,
home.
like, you know what you signing up for, so you know what you signing up for when you do shit like that. So, like,
To act stupid and all
I feel
like
like it's
innocent,
less of
like
an
you ain't know. Like,
expectation.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's less of an expectation and more of just you being like not even being ignorant, but just you being defiant. I would say it's like, bro, you know what it is, and you just gonna get here and then completely be like, nah,
Like, we adults, bro, like, be for real. Like, we not,
exactly.
that's the type of situation. We not spending money just to spend money. Like, you know,
Facts. That's just like that's like as the woman in that point, you know what's going on if you get there and you don't do what it's expected to be done. That's like taking advantage of the situation. So it's like,
like, I just flew you out here just, you know, we could hang out and I could take you out and spend my money. You have a free trip. I don't know. Not that I would ever do that and fly somebody out. Fuck all that. But
nah, I wouldn't
I
never do
get
no
what,
shit like that either. But
I also get it.
I ain't saying that just because you get flew out, you need to get a coochie up, but you need to make that clear in advance before you go, because you know that's what the other person is expecting.
Communication.
Exactly. But you know what I'm saying? If I was hypothetically in that situation as the man, I would just be straightforward. Nigga, if I'm flying you out, this is 3K, dog. I need 3K worth of coochie, bro. If that ain't happening, you ain't coming, dog. Like,
That you kind of fucked me up. I don't know what 3K worth of coochie is, but, you know.
that's not like, you get what I'm saying.
I get it. Yeah, like, oh,
Like,
3K, you know.
you're not coming here for free. This shit ain't for free, nigga.
He
Like,
said,
come
like,
on,
oh,
bro.
flight was 3K. I'm getting that 3K coochie. I
Exactly, bro. This is not for free, dog.
don't do this shit for fun. This shit ain't for
But
play. Shit ain't for play.
oh shit.
Um,
Um,
feel like I have an intriguing question right here. You know, for all the folks, you know, like still watching cartoons and shit. You know, fucks with that. If you can
we go
bring
to the cartoons.
one cartoon show to life, or you could be in that bitch, like, which one would it be?
None.
None. Like, you ain't want to be in none of them.
None. None.
I should have known better, bro. Thinking that you ain't watched that. No, no shit like that.
Ain't shit like, no, bro. That's not, no.
Me personally,
Nothing is that intriguing to me to where I'm like, nah,
I'm hopping in Naruto and giving motherfuckers the business.
I can have that shit. I'll be on the side cheering Rock Lee on.
There wasn't no black folks in there, dog, so it's cool.
That's what I'm saying. There ain't no cartoons with no niggas in it, bruh, except Static Shock, bruh. Shout out to Virgil. But I'm still not, I don't want to be in that either, dog. Them niggas was still getting treated raggedy in that bitch. I'll stay here if I want to get treated raggedy.
Speaking of Static Shock, like you told me, you sent me that picture of them shoes. Them shits was butt. Just FYI.
No, they was not.
But, bro, they
Bro, you
butt because
wild
they
as
were
fuck.
so mid. So look, people, was it Asia that had them?
Yeah, Aja Wilson.
Aja, my bad. Same thing. Everybody know what I meant. Um, or you know what I meant. She had some I don't know, Nikes or Jordans, whatever. They was the Static Shock color. The only thing that was changed was the Nike check, the swoosh, and it had like a little electricity around it, like encaved around it. I'm like, bro, that shit is some mid, bro. Like, put forth some effort to your shoemaking and quit charging premium for some shit you barely did.
No, I agree with you on that shit, but they hooping, bro. Like, it's not a fucking fashion show.
I'm not
It's
saying
just
it's a
some
fashion
slight
show.
to just boom. You're trying to like go all out on every single fucking thing. This bitch is hooping in them.
I'm not saying you add flair like a fucking like a hanging off fucking lightning bolt or something. I'm saying like add a little bit of
So what
flair
would
to
you
the shoe.
suggest, bro?
I don't know. If I took in the time to look and like go into the Static Shock, he's got the fucking little the manhole cover as his little board shit he be riding, or maybe the goggles or something. I'm not saying like have something hanging off the shoe. I'm saying put forth some effort and stop being lazy. All you did was make him the colors and then a little electricity around the swoosh. I mean, that's not. I mean, somebody who watched the show could have did that shit like for like a couple episodes. Could have did
Yeah,
that.
for sure. It ain't nothing over the top, dog. It's fire for a basketball shoe. This
It's
is
not
not
fire.
relative to all shoes that's ever made in the fucking world, bruh.
It's
But
not fire.
relative to basketball shoes, it's fire, bruh. Then
That's
what's
what needs to
fire?
be. I don't know, bro. I mean, we talking about those shoes. I'm not generalizing. I'm saying those shoes was not fire. They will submit.
I feel like you can't say something is not fire if you don't got nothing to compare it to, bruh.
It's not valid, but it's cool. I mean, them shits wasn't fire at all. They butt because they were so regular, but they was out here flashing like they was the shit. That's where
So
I'm getting at.
regular is butt is what you saying.
No, bro. They trying to emphasize how fire they was. Like we out here flashing like, oh, Static Shock. Like, no, bro, it's not. Like, if y'all wouldn't have said it, I wouldn't have thought anything of Static Shock, bro. Just because there's some electricity around it. Nah, like them shits didn't like give off that shit like, oh, they some heat. Like, oh, it's some Static Shock heat. Nah, bro. If she wouldn't have or whoever posted it, if they wouldn't have posted like, oh, it's Static Shock shoes, I wouldn't have known. Just because they got a little electric symbol around the fucking swoosh, dog. Nah.
I guess, but I definitely would have picked up on it. Just based off of the check, bruh. It looks exactly like the fucking, it's cool, bruh. It's just the aesthetic of the whole thing. If you don't like the aesthetic, cool. But to say they not fire and it's all opinions anyways, but
It is opinion, but in my opinion, and I would say a lot, it's but straight culo.
it's fair enough. So you're talking about shoes, how do you feel about them Kyrie ones, them brown ones?
Haven't seen them. I ain't rocked Kyrie's ever.
The nigga wore them the whole playoffs, bruh.
I didn't pay no mind to the man. If I had to pick a shoe to rock, bro, like the most fire ones I've seen, I think I'm nostalgic on the D Roses. The first ones that came out, them shits was fire. I'm not saying they're the best ones. But if you got like a colorway, the D Rose ones, oh, they like that leather type shit. Yeah, I do remember seeing those shits on the side. That's fire. That's like some style. I mean, I'm not saying that she needed like the little exaggeration around the heel right there around the ankle with all that shit hanging, something like that. I'm just saying some more detail should have went into it. Just to go back real quick to give an example, but them shoes is fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but shoes to hoop in, bro. I'd have to go those D Rose, those original ones, or give me some Kobe's. I feel like too many people get shoe deals nowadays, and they all butt, dog. Like when D Wade got some shoes for Anta, but anybody who wears Pumas into hooping, dog, ass. Like if you got some Mellows on, dog, not Carmelo, dog. Let's be clear, dog. Mellow fire. If you got some Mellow ones, some MB ones, no sir, no sir. I don't want to see you rocking no Pumas. It's got to be Adidas. I can focus with some Under Armour or some Jordans. It's cool. Nike Jordan / Jordan, whatever. Y'all here rocking Puma or some Converse? Hey, that's crazy work.
I don't really care that much about none of them shoes. I'm only wearing KDs, so.
Must like fucked up knees and ankles.
Only shoes I'm wearing is them KDs, dog. What you mean fucked up knees and ankles? Nigga, everybody's shoe is a low top, bro. There's very few mids.
I only wore mids.
And then there's high top KDs, dog. So
don't nobody
the only KDs I got is high top.
Hey, the ugliest shoes got to be those Kobe's with the Achilles shit where it extends up high.
Oh, like them Cam Newton cleats. Yeah, I don't really like them.
Straight bunz.
I don't really like them.
And if you hoop in Jordan 1s, you're fucking wild.
Hooping whatever Jordans you fucking want to, dog. They were basketball shoes, bro. Niggas made those casual.
They casual shoes. You don't need to be hooping them. Shits is heavy. But anywho.
Can't be no heavier than no other mids. Especially the ones, bro. The ones is not heavy. I give you when you start getting into like the goddamn like 4s and up, like the Jordan 4s and up, those are like bulkier casual shoes. But the ones, I know the 1s and the 3s is not heavy. The 11s is not heavy. Them is like hooping shits I could do. I wouldn't hoop in no 1s. I just don't really like the way the 1s look. But I'll hoop in some 11s, maybe some trees.
Only Jordans I got is the 1s.
It don't matter, dog. Jordan hooped in all them bitches, so it don't matter.
I don't want to hear nothing about no actual Jordan hooping, dog. Them juiced ass stats. Don't want to hear Nathan.
I'm just saying he hooped in them.
Against plumbers. It's a difference.
I don't give a fuck about them old ass niggas, but I'm just saying he hooped in all of them. Cool.
Yeah, but he's uber athletic for the. You know what? We're gonna leave it be. Got any questions for us today?
Oh yes, shit loading. Oh, there you go. All right, so the first question: would you never ever get a haircut again, or never shave again?
I would never get a haircut again because this shit gonna go anyways, dog. Plus, I don't mind having facial hair. Facial hair don't bother me.
That's crazy work.
I mean, my bad. Reverse. My hair gonna go eventually, dog. I'm at the point where the way I'm answering the question is currently, so like I don't need a haircut, bro. Like my shit'll just fall out. Like my beard, like I need to shave like quite often because the shit just gets out of hand and uncomfortable. Like I gotta take care of that shit because at this point, like I got almost as much hair on my fucking beard than I do on my head, or as much.
So you rather never get a haircut and be able to shave, is what you're saying?
Yep.
I'm gonna go the opposite, bro.
Yeah, because it's
I'd
circumstantial. Like
rather
you got your little
not be able to
baby,
shave.
you got your baby little chin strap, dog.
I'm saying I got the little baby shit.
Like how, like realistically, how long does it take for you to grow that shit out right now? Like that right there.
Like this?
Yes.
Maybe like a month.
Like this shit right here. Like this takes
Like a month.
this takes I would say about a month, like to get this long. Like I literally like 2 days ago, like I trimmed this up. Like it was longer in like all kinds of different spots. It's all uneven. It's all fucked up. Like this constantly needs to be like trimmed. But again, yo shit don't grow out as long as mine does. Pause. Your facial hair does not grow as long.
Yeah, but yeah, you got that white people straight hair, dog. I got the 4C nigga hair. My shit more curly, duck.
Well, I'm bald, bro, so I'm
Take
not worried about
longer.
it. If I had like some hair,
Um,
dog, then I would just never shave again. But I ain't got the lusciousness like I did back in high school. Like this has been this long for like probably like right at a month. Like this length, like it's not growing anymore. So I'm straight.
fair enough, fair enough. Second question: would you rather be rich, but you could only walk everywhere you go, or be poor and be able to travel the world?
Or travel the world. That's easy. But what the fuck am I, like think about it. Like where I gotta walk everywhere, dog. Like I can't get no cab ride, nothing. I can't even get overseas, dog. I gotta get a buoy and
Hey,
just
bro.
like paddle across. You know how long it takes to get across the ocean, dog? That's gonna take way too fucking long. I'd rather be poor anyways. Well, not like poor specifically. Like I'd rather be poor and travel. And that's an easy question. I don't know about you.
I think
I feel
that's
like you would just be fine sitting at your house anyways with some money and buy whatever. Not that you care, but
you feel me?
you
I
don't
don't
want to
need to
see the
go
world.
nowhere.
Exactly. That's why. Me personally, I'm trying to go see some
I
shit.
go to the goddamn. Yeah, see, I walk to the goddamn park, walk to the stove. You know what I'm saying? But I don't need to go nowhere far. Anybody want to see me? Yeah, I'll pay for you to come here, dog. It's not that big of a deal, bro. But I ain't gotta go nowhere. So give me the rich and walk here with, baby. Last question. Last question. Would you rather your family like your spouse and your friends hate them, or the opposite?
It's a good question, bro.
That shit was a toughie for me, dog.
Fuck, man.
I was at a stalemate.
I am at a stalemate. I'm gonna give you an answer, but that's tough. I know we like you said friends versus family, but you know how we is with friends. Like much they the brothers, they the homies. But like being
Yeah,
specific to
that's
the
why that's what made
question,
it hard, bro.
but being specific to the question, I'm gonna say my friends like them and my family hate them because we love the parents, but I don't see them as often as I see the homies. I think. Well, I mean, you I see quite a bit, but Jacob and Toby, we live in different spots and all that shit. But I don't really see my parents that often. I see them holidays
See,
and like
that's exactly what I said, dog.
I see them holidays, which is Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter, and then randomly when we go down. So I see them maybe 5 times a year. But like with your friends, y'all might if y'all live in the same place, y'all might be hanging out all the time. I don't know. So that's for me. The homies gotta like him, dog.
That's what I said. You feel me? Because I was like thinking, I was like, bro, that's tough. Because I see my mom a lot, but that's only one motherfucker, dog. Like I see the homies more than I see like any like the only family that I be seeing is my mom and like Bree and them. But like even if Bree and them hated them, they were like they would still tolerate it. Like it would be cool. And that's it, dog. I don't really see a lot of my family at all like that. So it's like
Same. That's why I'd be okay with my family because I only see
I
my parents.
definitely
That's it. So I'm cool. Everybody else can hate them. I don't fuck with y'all that like that anyways.
facts. That was hard, but then I was like, it would probably make more sense for my friends to like them than my family. So I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah, because you could go out with them, hang out, do some shit, whatever. Have a night out, a vacation together. You can't go on a vacation. Motherfuckers just had a stalemate the entire time. We having a stare off contest and this tension.
Exactly.
Mm,
But
that's cool. But vacation time, man, it's vacation time. All these motherfuckers going on vacation. I'm like, damn, I'm just sitting there in the camper ain't doing shit. But it's cool though, people. Next year, homies trip, you know, along with the women's too. Everybody's shit is correct and we planned well in advance.
either
I don't know what the fuck you just said. But
I'm gonna
we
sip my tea on that one, big dog. I'm gonna sip
you
my tea
already
on that one.
you already agreed, bro, that we was going. You said get your shit right because it was just a tough time at this point. So we already agreed on that. It's been another, lovely
No, yeah.
quality episode. People, episode 40 next week. I'm bringing the sports shit heavy. I'm gonna break down this draft. I don't care what this motherfucker's seen or not, because I'm heavy in the NBA, college hoops, all that. I do this. And if I'm lying, I'm dying, bro, because I guarantee you my shit is on point. ESPN gonna have to hire me at one of these times when these clips go viral and they see that I'm just consistently correct. But anywho, another lovely episode 39 of Real Spill Podcast with your host U-Beezy and D Wills. We appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, all that shit. It's one love. We'll see y'all next week, baby.